Hi everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Neighbors. Today I will be making Bill Smith's Atlantic Beach Pie. It's different and tasty and quick, and it's kind of a lazy kind of pie because it's so easy. So anyway, let's get started. So the crust is going to be a sleeve and a half of saltine crackers. So these are salted. Oh my gosh, my fingers don't work. I'll open this up. There's one sleeve. And we're going to use half of this one. There you go there. Half. Oh, come on. Work with me. I'm going to put a pair of cooking gloves on because I'm going to get my hands in there. Get them ready. Alrighty. So now, there's our sleeve and a half of saltine crackers. And put it. Take those down there. My cast iron pan. And this is a half a cup, a stick of butter. This is unsalted butter because my crackers are salted. So that's a stick of unsalted, almost room temperature butter. It would have been better if it was room temperature, but my hands should help. So now we're going to crush the crackers and butter together. And get that butter worked through. You don't want the crackers to be just like powder. You want them to end up being just like coarse pieces of cracker. And I'll show you the consistency in a minute. Because this butter and cracker, you want it to kind of hold together, like when you squish it, and then you know it's going to kind of come together pretty good into the pie plate. Yeah, this is such an easy recipe, and it's like you think that cracker crust. Well, you think graham crackers, yeah, but that's a cracker crust, and that tastes good. And wait till you taste this. If you give this a try, I think you're really going to enjoy it. It'd be one of those desserts that you can have after a barbecue. Okay, so see how that's kind of keeping a bit of a shape now, and it's all coarse pieces because you want all these different textures in there. So now we're going to press this into a pie plate. I'll tell you that in a second after. Oopsie daisy. Don't want the doggy get that. Now we're going to push this in there. Okay. So I'm back. I don't know if you can really see this. When you press the center, it will have the tendency to push to the sides anyway, and then around the sides, give it a gentle push. And just keep working it like that. Pressing in the center and kind of rotating, pressing around the edges. I'm just going to move this off of my oven that's preheating. Now we're going to put this in the fridge for like 15 minutes so that the butter and the crackers can kind of set up a little bit better. Then we're going to par bake it. So in the fridge 15 minutes, then we'll par bake it in the oven. But second part, well, this is par baking. Well, this is in the fridge. I'll tell you one second here. we're going to make the filling. Filling is very quick, very easy. Just going to take these gloves off. I'm doing quite a few things over here, so excuse the mess. Now, I'm just going to grab a pot. Okay. Can you see that? That's maybe there would be better. So into a pot, there's only 3 ingredients. That we will need. Okie dokie. I'm going to put the egg white in this. Actually, we need a can of sweetened condensed milk. I had a different lens on here that had autofocus and it did a lot better. I should have kept that lens on. Anyway, it's 300 mils. I'll do the conversion. Get my wooden spoon here. Put this in. And I'm going to turn my burner on medium heat. That in there. Actually, I don't need it. I don't need to do that. Let's turn that off. I could have just did this in a bowl. It's going to bake anyway. You don't need to put it, skip that. You only need to mix this together. You don't need to be cooking it. We're going to put it in the. We're going to be putting it in the oven anyway. You want 4 egg yolks. Okay. So 4 egg yolks. That's 2. Excuse my back. Oh, I wept. 4 egg yolks. I gotta get my son to help me edit this because I'm just kind of making a bit of a boo-boo with the videoing here. Three. And 4. So 4 egg yolks, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Okay. And now we're going to put a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. It took about 1½ lemons to get 1/2 cup of lemon juice. I'm just going to add that. Basically, this is just making a custard. So, same with key lime pie and stuff like that. It's just basically the same thing. Now you can use lime juice if you prefer. See, that's nice and thick. I could have just did this in a bowl that I crushed up the crackers and then cleaned it out, and I just made more work for myself. Do as I say, not as I do, I guess, as they say. So that's our filling for our pie. I'm going to clean up my mess here. And I'll be back in a few minutes when I'm going to take the pie crust out of the fridge. I'm going to throw it in the oven, par bake it for about 18 minutes on 350, and that's going to get it this light golden color. And then I'll take you back at that point and show you the next step, okay? Okay, I am back and ready to take out our pie crust that is finished par baking now. I'll show you what it looks like. It's been about 18 minutes and it's a light golden color. Should look something a bit like that. Now we're going to put our filling in and put it back in the oven for about 16 minutes. So here we are, or here we go, because we're going to get this to set up. And then I'll show you what that looks like. So when you're doing the mixture, you don't have to do it in a pot. Just mix it in a bowl. You don't have to. You're cooking it in the oven anyway, so you don't need to put it in a pot. Just take your sweet condensed milk, your 4 egg yolks, and your lemon or lime juice, whatever you prefer, and mix it in a bowl. Don't worry about putting it in a pot. Now I'm going to put this back in the oven on 350 still for about 16 minutes, and that will set up. And then you have to let it completely cool because you're going to put it will solidify a bit more as it's cooling. And then we're going to put some whipped cream topping on. Okay, so I'll be back when it's out of the oven and all cooled and ready to put the whipped cream topping on and show you what it looks like. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back. I now have my Atlantic beach pie out of the oven. It has been sitting on the counter for about an hour now. Cool, it's all cooled off. So I am going to put my whipped cream topping on. And then she is done. It's lemony. It's delicious. Okay. I have made up a batch of whipped cream here. And I'm going to dollop it on. I'm not going to cut this for you all today because we're having company tomorrow and I want to serve it then. But maybe I can snap a picture of it when I do that and show you it then. So the tartness of the lemon custard, the saltiness of the crackers, the sweetness of the whipped cream topping, all of it comes together and oh my gosh, it is so good. Are you talking to me? No. I'm talking to the video. No, I'm taping. I'm talking to the neighbors. Okay. Now I just want to make nice little waves in it. I'm telling you right now, delish. Now I'm going to put it in the fridge. Ooh, Jerry, don't let it slide all over the place. Delish. Okay, thank you all for stopping by, and don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Really like the support, and thanks again for stopping by. Cooking with Neighbors, over and out. One more thing. I'm back. Just a little tip. When you're baking it and take it out of the oven, you don't have to wait for it to cool before you put the custard filling in and put it in the oven. So long as the custard filling is not hot. You can't have the two things hot because then the crust will go soft. You want it to stay nice and crispy. So if your crust is cool and your custard is hot, that's fine. Or vice versa. So just keep that in mind when you're baking it, or baking anything actually that's cracker crust based. like this. So just, you don't have to wait for it to cool off as long as your custard's not hot. That's it. Put it back in the oven. Okay, bye.